This will make it into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
At the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against him.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Love from the gun. Short pass caught by Henry. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Cam Akers, the ball.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
At the Chargers.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Akers. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, Clement. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But
a moot point there as they were able to connect. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Dancing to it. Now Clement fumbles the football. I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the gun, Clement. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Operating from the gun. Clement. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. From the gun, Clement. And that is going to be incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. No, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Throw across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Clement. Fitzgerald's got it right side.
Clement's pass.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
3rd and inches.
They'll try and run for this with Vickers. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Throwing on 1st down. Clement. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Complete.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just...
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Number 88.
From 6 yards away. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 20.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Love, they go play action now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 12 yards there and a first down. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around, probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the 30.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Kamara. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Again, the ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
It's complete. Henry. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Alvin Kamara.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll run it with Kamara. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're doing a lot of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
At their own 28-yard line.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. 1st down. Clement, he'll rifle this one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
88. Touchdown.
A big play there with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing. Love. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Cardinals are good. find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
That's complete, right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Operating from the gun, Clement, that's caught at the 3. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play, not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play.
To throw on 2nd down. Clement to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Off-play action. Clement. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here.
Number 83.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stuff the run. I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and he's expected him to pick up a first.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. The football going back over to Arizona now. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. In a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Off the play fake. Clement. He's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Back to throw. Clement. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Love looking to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Third and 8.
On third down, Love. Gonna throw right side here, complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Love. There goes a deep ball, end zone. It'll be intercepted. Snags it for a pick. So we have reached halftime with an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Flushed out right. They'll try now. Clement fumbles the football. And picked up by the Chargers. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
Going left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Looking to throw on second down. Clement. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
On first and 10, Clement. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's the second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And he's got it. So they try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Clement. Quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Let's run for it with Akers. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Throw's going to be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Clement. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Throwing on first down. Clement. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On first down, Clement. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Forced out to his left. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the gun on 3rd down. Clement, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Touchdown, Arizona.
Cam Akers, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
They'll go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
To throw now, here's Love. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Love eluding the pressure right. Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The coverage for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. Love. Short pass caught by Henry. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Henry.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
It's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Yeah, he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. K'Lavon Chaisson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. The Chargers on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 17. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Clement fumbles the football. I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Off-play action. Clement. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. This is Clement. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now this will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
Again, it's Love. Left side complete. It's Shepard. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 46-yard line.
To the air again. Love. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
They'll take over.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Off the bootleg. Clement sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, Clement. And he's got Fitzgerald. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Kaiser White. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a pass here, caught by Hunter Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Complete to Hunter.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
And my goodness, another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Clement. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackled him for a loss.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Clement. This will be caught inside the 10. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. Clement. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. And the lead will go by 1 more.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Cardinals defense. They head out and get set here. They've got the victory in sight. You've been in this spot before back in your playing days. How nice is it to go out there pretty much knowing this is a victory?
It's beyond nice. It's what you build for each and every week that you're getting ready to play. And that's a tough, long week of practice. But to be able to turn it into a win and be able to enjoy it, yeah, that's why you play.
Now they'll just be looking here for one final stop in the waning moments. First down, going to the air with Love. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete on the deep ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One last shot now for Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete.